You know how you have a beautiful shiny piece of silver, and then, over time, it just seems to lose its sparkle? It's something we've all seen, right? Well, there's a really cool chemical secret behind that transformation. So let's get into the science, the alchemy behind silver's shine and its tarnish.
So you've got this stark contrast, right? On one side, you have that brilliant, lustrous silver we all love. It's bright, it's reflective. And then you have the other side of the coin, dark, dull, discolored. It's the same piece of metal, but it looks like it's been through something. So what is actually happening?
And that really brings us to the main question, doesn't it? Why does this brilliant metal lose its shine? It kind of feels like it just happens on its own, like the slow fade. Is it getting dirty? Is it rusting? Well, the real answer is actually way more interesting than that. Okay, to really solve this mystery, we've got to go deeper. We need to look past the surface and dive right into the chemistry. So let's get into the science of the stain and figure out what this dark coating is all about. All right, first things first. That dark layer has a name. It's tarnish. And I want to be really clear here. This is not just dirt or grime you can just wipe off with a cloth. Nope, it's a full-on chemical change happening right on the surface of the silver. Now, when you think about metals change in color, your brain probably jumps straight to rust, right? And that's all about oxygen. But here's the twist. For silver, oxygen isn't the problem. The real culprit is sulfur. And this stuff is everywhere. It's in the air we breathe. It's even in some of the foods we eat. And that's what your silver is secretly having a chemical conversation with. Okay, so this whole process has a name. It's called sulfidation. And here's the play-by-play. Your pure silver, that's Ag on the periodic table, is just sitting there, exposed to the air. Now, floating around in that air are tiny, tiny amounts of a gas called hydrogen sulfide. When the silver and the hydrogen sulfide meet, boom, they react, and they form a totally new compound right on the surface, silver sulfide. That stuff, that silver sulfide, is the dark, blackish layer we see as tarnish. It's literally a new substance. So, okay, we know what causes it, but what can we actually do about it? I mean, if it's a chemical reaction, can we reverse it? The answer is yes, absolutely. And this brings us to the really cool part, the sort of modern-day alchemy of polishing. We're going to look at how we can turn back the clock and rescue that brilliant shine.
Basically, there are two main paths you can take to get that shine back. The first is what we call abrasive polishing. Think of this one as brute force. You're literally scrubbing and scraping that tarnish layer away. The other path is chemical polishing, which is, I don't know, a lot more elegant. It's like using chemistry to convince the tarnish to just turn back into silver. No scrubbing required.
So let's break down how they actually work. An abrasive polish is pretty straightforward. It's got these super fine, gritty particles in it, and they just physically rub off that top layer of silver sulfide. A chemical polish, though, like that classic science fair trick with aluminum foil and baking soda and water, that's different. It creates this neat little electrochemical reaction that actually coaxes the sulfur to let go of the silver, turning the silver sulfide back into silver without actually removing any metal. Okay, so we've got two choices, the scrub down or the chemical switcheroo. But you know, choosing which one to use isn't just about what's easiest. This is where we run into a real dilemma, and it makes you think about the long-term health of your silver. The real question is, are you just trying to make it shiny for today, or are you trying to preserve it for the future? And this leads to a really important question. Can polishing actually damage your silver? And the answer is, well, it completely depends on which method you use. See, here's the hidden cost of the abrasive method. Every single time you use an abrasive polish, you're not just taking off the tarnish, you are physically scraping away a teeny, tiny, microscopic layer of the actual silver. Now, once or twice, no big deal, but over decades, on a detailed family heirloom, all that scrubbing can literally wear away the fine details, turning a crisp pattern into a soft blur. Chemical polishing, though, it leaves the original silver right where it is, preserving every single detail. So when you think about it, the real goal isn't just to get a quick polish. It's to preserve. And once you understand the science of what's happening, you can make a much smarter choice. A choice that isn't just about a temporary shine, but about taking care of these valuable objects for the long haul. And really, that's the secret life of silver. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other hidden transformations are going on all around us? You know, these slow, silent chemical reactions happening on everyday things we don't even think twice about. It's pretty fascinating when you stop to look.